So, good morning, everyone. My name is Passo, and this is my story. I have stepped into my boss's office earlier this week, and he said that he no longer has the need for my services, so I basically got laid off. And I took all my money and invested it into a town called Riverbend Springs. So I got a piece of land, and because I'm a proficient woodworker, I think I'm going to start some woodworking, and the plot of land that I have bought is actually forested with a meadow inside. So yeah, I think the best thing to do is to go and see the piece of land we have, and then we'll continue. Now before I do that, I have to check the map where our plot of land actually is. Right, so to get to my piece of land I need to go this way, cross the river, take a right. And then when I come to a barge crossing of some sort, I need to take a left and then left again on a gravel road. So yeah, I basically brought nothing with me. What's he doing? I didn't brought anything with me except for the money and my trusty truck, who's been with me for quite some time now. Okay, so this is the river crossing. Now I think I'm gonna have to take a right. This doesn't really feel right, does it? It looks more like an entrance to a business of some sort. Okay, so that's a nope. Gonna have to consult the map again. Or maybe I can go here. It's always like this when you're new in a town and you're searching for some place. You don't really have navigation, all you have is a map and a vague idea where you need to go. Okay, so there are cars driving here, so this must be the right way. How will we fit through? So yeah, the first thing I need to take care here is to get somewhere to sleep. So I might have to go to a motel or something like that. But my first goal is to build a house where I can lay down, where I can rest, where I can have my sanctuary. Basically a home, because when I left I sold everything I've got. And that means that I've sold my house, I've sold... Yeah, because this piece of land cost me more than 600,000. So, yeah. It was quite an expense, but I was tired of working for other people, so... Yeah. There were other choices, but I took the plunge, you know. Sometimes you just have to be brave and go for it. So if I remember the map correctly, this is supposedly the road that takes me home. There are some weird rocks on the road. I might have to clear that off. Okay, and the pictures had this meadow on and that watchtower, so I guess I'm in the right place. Alright. Okay, so let me park somewhere off the road. So this is it, isn't it? This is my new home. Well, the view is exceptional. I really love to live in the nature, so this is awesome. And I have a watchtower here. It's actually on my land, so this is quite interesting. I wonder if I can live there. Because sometimes, you know, there are watchtowers or fire watch towers that are basically livable. Oh yeah, I could. Even though it's in a very rough shape. But there is a stove here. There's some wood. Interesting. I wasn't expecting this. Not at all. I don't want to go over that ball. There is a lake over there. So yeah, beautiful. Beautiful nature. Very interesting. Okay. Well, the first thing I need to do is check out the ground. Yeah, there's no way I could live here through the winter because everything is opened up. Nah, I need a proper house. Anyway, it is time to check out my piece of land. It's time to see what we are working with. So it looks like the gradient is quite steep. Gonna need some leveling off if I want to construct any buildings. And I do want to construct. I want to have at least a house, probably some garages, sheds, and some sort of wood processing facility. And basically all the trees that are on my land are available to cut down. But because I am a nature-loving guy, and wood is basically a restorable commodity, I am going to replant whatever I demolish. But you know what? This place here looks perfect for a house. Depends on the size of the house. Okay, well, I need to have a look around if I can get some blueprints or something, so I can start building my premise. So, yeah, be right back. Right, so I have checked and there is nothing really suitable for this small piece of land. There are bigger log homes. And yeah, because I have dreamed of living in a log house for basically my whole life, I am going to go and construct one. The blueprint is not really expensive, but then I need to go and deliver all the materials needed for its construction. So, thinking of log home requires logs. Would it be better if I construct the mill first? Okay. Yeah, let me check about the mills. Right, so I have checked and there is a small sawmill available for 36,000. So someone will come and assemble it in a designated place. Now I do want to get some kind of a tractor. You know, I need a tractor that is capable of moving stuff, so it needs to have a front loader. I need a tractor possibly with the winch behind, so I can pull the wood out of the forest, because it's usually better to pull the wood somewhere out of the forest so you have stable ground to process it and load it up. And I need something that is able to lift the cut wood and pallets, so the front loader tractor sounds pretty good. I'm gonna call a taxi up here. I hope it doesn't cost too much. And I'm gonna go to the store and browse what they have to offer. Okay, so I can get a John Deere 3650 for 46,500. So I'm gonna buy this one. It has 117 horsepower, which should be enough. Now I need a front loader. I think I got the Hauer attachment. So that's gonna be another 8,500. And then I need the attachments for, or the tools for front loader. So basically I need I need a pallet fork, and I need something to move the logs. So this is probably the one that I need first. And I can come collect the rest afterwards. And as I've said, I do want to have some kind of a winch. Should be under forestry, yeah, winches. Let's have some kind of a winch so I can pull the cut down logs out of the woods. And now there is another thing I need, and that is a chainsaw. So what will we have? McCulloch, Jonsard, I'm not sure, Steel, and Husqvarna. They all cost basically the same amount, so let me go with McCulloch. I think this one is a very nice paint scheme. Can I try it? Sweet. Okay, and this is our new machine. New old machine. It looks to be pretty well restored, so I think I'm gonna have a lot of good times with this tractor. Let's see. Okay, so it has 3 ranges, 2 for forward and 1 for reverse. And how many gears do we have? 1. So 2 for each, 1 low and 1 high. And basically we have 8 gears. 16 if we count the ranges. Alright. Oh, do you hear that sound? Awesome. Okay, so the ranges mean that I have plenty of torque to pull the wood out of the forest, so I think that's gonna be perfect. Hey. It also looks like this tractor has a reverser, so I can quickly move from reverse to forward. I have never used tractors before to do this, so I might be a bit unskilled with it. Yeah. I mean... I'm just making it worse. Let me call for help. Good, I've managed to attach it. I had some guys who helped me turn the tool around. And now I need to make my way back to my place and start doing some work. I already have my forestry safety equipment with me. Good. Okay, so this is how I operate this. Yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to. But I think I'm gonna be quite okay. Okay. Well, time to make my way back to the farm, or back to my piece of land actually. I don't really have a farm as such. Right, made it back here. Now I have 182,000 left, money-wise. I did get a spray paint also. Let me just see where that is. It's over here, yeah. So I can mark the trees I want to cut down, and I will go into the forest and mark the trees. I don't want to touch trees like this. Not right now, because they are very hard to make into nice logs. But these one and this one, for example, these are quite good. So I do want to make things easier for me from the get-go. So I will try and do something a little bit closer to a road or of some sort. So I can then simply winch everything out of the forest. Okay, this one is a suitable candidate. These are not, these are way too big. I don't want to cut the trees that are right next to my meadow or right next to the road, because I do want to have some aesthetic left. Because after all, trees do take quite some time to regrow, so yeah. This one looks like a start. And I think I have a clear path. Okay, so this one is going down. Possibly this one. It is a bit more crooked, but okay, I can manage. So yeah, let's start with these two. I need to make myself to change my clothes to safety gear, and then I can start. And I think these two are gonna be quite enough for today, because I believe it's gonna be a lot of work and a lot of effort to do this thing. And yeah, I need to deduct 36,000 for the sawmill that's gonna get built. That's going to be next month. So yeah, let me change my clothes. I have it in the truck. So how do I look? I think it's gonna be great. So, oh look, we have some animals. Is that a deer? I could also become a hunter, eh? Right, let me put this deer, not that deer, this deer, to work. So if I remember correctly, I have tagged some trees over this way. It was just a little bit lower down. Somewhere around here. Let me just jump out real quick and check. Yup. It was somewhere around here. So if I reverse down, I should be able to use the winch. Okay, these brushes are nothing for the tractor. Okay, I don't really want to go any further. I will put this down. You always want to put the winch down because it digs into the soil and it helps stay the tractor in one place. Okay. Are we doing it? We're doing it. Okay. I did not think about this, because we have a stump right here. I can't really pull the tree up because it's just gonna pull the tractor down. Okay. That means I'm gonna have to make a bit of a change and use the blade of the winch to push the logs just a little bit more to the side. Maybe not this one. Yeah. Well, good. Okay. So, how do I take the winch rope? Okay. Well, maybe I can try with this one. Can I attach it? Okay. And do I pull? Yep. Okay, that's a nope. Come on, let's go to one low. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. I might have made a complete mess out of this. I will not lie. But the solution might be to make myself better aligned with the direction of the tree. And the answer is still no. Okay. How do I piss off this? Okay. Well, gonna have to do that some other way. But at least I can push. Wow, I can't even do that. Come on. Come on. And then someone said that forestry isn't hard work. It's tremendously hard work. So what's this guy's problem? I probably should have checked. Well, I definitely should have checked before I started cutting what the tree is going to fall into. 'Cause yeah, of course. You can see there is a brush over here. Can I get rid of that brush? Okay. This might help. So again, take number 2. Okay, and let's try winching with the... Yeah, I should definitely not stand on the rope. Okay, okay. We're doing something. We're doing something. Hey, hey. The sound of success. Right, so I got one tree out. Now time to get the other one down. That's gonna be a bit more difficult, I suppose. But what I could do is I could go up that tree and cut the tree I fell into more pieces. Now this is our... Let me see if I can climb it. I can't. Problem. That is a problem. Can I reach with the chainsaw? Yeah, don't do that. I could take this branch down. Does this help anything? Basically no, because the main problem is over here. I've really done a bad job at this, haven't I? And I had such good plans. Oh man. Okay. So, take number 3. I think I'm gonna help myself with the front loader. I'm gonna climb over it to reach the the tree so I can cut it into pieces. I can't see anything from the inside, so let's go like this. I want the tractor stable. Now let me try. First on the tire, then on the hood, then on the front loader, and Eureka! I want to cut as... Take 2. First on the tire, then on the hood. Be careful, because the exhaust is very hot. Come on. Now this will fall on the tractor, so I highly not recommend that. But it is what it is. Okay. So with this one I might just use the forks, the grab, to get a hold of it. But it's too heavy. Not even that big of a piece. Yeah. I must say, do not look at this video as a tutorial for how to do the forest work, the forestry. And please, be gentle with the comments. Because yeah, as I said, I am a woodworker, but I was never in actual forestry. Okay, so where are we now? We have half a tree in another tree. That sounds like a song of some sort. Now, is there a way to pull that down from over here? I should probably cut this piece too. Way too close. So let's try the maneuver once again. Come on. I can barely reach it. Okay, and they both went down. Awesome. Making progress. So how do I go about it? I think I'm gonna push this piece just a little bit forward. So it's oriented in the same way as the road is. And I'm gonna use the winch to pull it onto the meadow. So let's go to 3 low gear. And let's see. Yeah, I want it closer because this is too much. Can't I pull it in? Yeah, I can. I have to be outside. Perfect. So this should now act like a trailer. This is going to make a fine home, I believe. Okay, let's simply push it back a bit. Yeah, this blade is very useful, and the winch system and everything, so perfect. Okay, now for the last piece. That is still in the tree, so yeah, I'm gonna have to figure a way how to pull it out. Okay. I think I turned in too soon. Yeah, that's it. I hope no OSHA inspectors are watching this video because I'm gonna get fined like a madman. Where is... Okay, it's over here. Now, do I try to pull it out with a winch? I might. I might be able to hook it like this, but there is a danger that it's gonna hit my tractor. I'm still gonna try, and I'm gonna be very, very careful. It's pulling. It doesn't want to go. Let me yank it out. And game. Is it out? Yeah, I think it's out. Okay, so let me push it. You know what, actually, I will just disconnect the winch. I can do it if I'm on top of the log. So, let's disconnect this. I'm gonna turn around. And I'm gonna hook it from the other place. At least I think I want to do that, but... You know what, actually... Might be better if I hook it from this side because it's in the trees on that side. Can I get it out? this will probably need to be aligned with the direction the tree is already facing in, so yeah, if I go down here, where do I come out? Is this even possible? Let me try with winch. Okay. Maybe this branch is the culprit, or maybe not. Yeah, you can see it's very high tension. And just when I thought I had it out. But I guess this brush needs to go. I'm sorry, bush, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, now time to turn around and pull it out. Gonna use the road. Let's make a log trailer again. The only thing I hope is that the logs are actually long enough to be processed into usable wood. Because sometimes if you cut the logs too short, they can only be turned into short planks, for example, or something like that. And for a log house, I fully expect I'm gonna have to have a lot of logs, you know. It's self-explanatory. Okay, so that was quite a lot of effort for 2 trees. I must admit. I was not expecting that. That much effort. But here we are. And I think I'm going to end this vlog here. I have started. Tomorrow I'm expecting the sawmill to be built, so I can start processing this wood. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great time and see you next time. Goodbye.